Good morning, Soul Family. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Let's go ahead and jump in. Oh my gosh, because I had a download. Someone is realizing that someone else is jealous of you. It's all been because they were jealous of you. Anyway, thank you so much for the likes, the subscribes, the shares, the comments. I appreciate everything and every one. Let's ring the bell, clear the energy, and get into the message. I'm telling you, someone is, it's like, aha, they've been doing this because they've been jealous. This motherfucker is jealous. Bottom of the deck, hope. Now someone hopes, they wish that you can forgive them because it's like, this has been happening for a long time. This ain't something that's just started happening. This has been going on for years. I just heard the word ancient. Ancient. This has been going on forever. Forever. This could be even over several lifetimes because, like I said, I heard the word ancient. What's the message, Spirit? That something is stopping. Something is being stopped. This was, you stopped something. I just heard last hurrah. Yeah, I told you. This something has been going on for a while, but it's somebody that's been in their in like their lowest vibrational energy. They've been like this forever. They've been your anti-hero forever. Somebody is just now, I'm telling you, this goes back, you could have been a kid. You could have been a kid. And somebody didn't like you since you was a child. Someone else is realizing this. They're realizing that someone hasn't liked you since you were a child, that you've survived a straight up nightmare. Not only did you survive a straight up nightmare, but you know what? You learned to become, you were an outsider, but not just an outsider. You learned to become someone that people looked up to. And people have witnessed this. They've witnessed somebody purposely go after you. Purposely go after you because it brought that person, the one that was hunting you, it brought them joy. Because this is a sick, twisted individual. And it's almost like just now coming to light how sick and twisted this individual is. And people are seeing that the reason that they did it, it was just to feed their own ego. There was no other reason. It was just to feed their own ego. That was what it was. But somehow, someone now is just making a choice, and they're hoping that because they are working on themselves really hard, they're working on how they view you to change that, and they're working on getting rid of everything that was a lie that they chose to believe. They're hoping that if they come to you, that you'll help them, that you'll help them the rest of the way to get rid of this dark energy that even puts something on them, that their aliveness would end. This could be somebody in the family. This is somebody in the family that's hated you since you was a child, and hates anything and everyone connected to you. This is like somebody that they can't help themselves from purposely trying to do things to harm you. They don't even know why they do what they do. They sit back and they think, why did I do what I did? They don't even know. It's because this has been going on for lifetimes. Do you know how in movies they have the arch nemesis? This is your arch nemesis. Somebody who thought that they could play games with you. Somebody that thought that they could play on your intelligence, play on your heart, play with your money, play with your kids, play with your inheritance, play with your life, play with your north node. And play with your Akashic records. What's the message? Thank you. This is somebody that you loved. This is somebody that you loved, but for whatever reason, they chose not to love you back. They chose to love others. This was somebody that was smart enough to know better. But right now, this is somebody that's being taught a very valuable and very important lesson about peace. And the important lesson that they are being taught about peace is they're having to look at what you survived at their hands. Not only looking at what you survived at their hands, but how you are still at peace, how you won. You're still of service. You still, you know, dance to the beat of your own drum. You still have high expectations. You still work hard. You're still wholesome. You still have objectives, goals that you plan on reaching in life. There's nothing that they actually stopped, but they're thinking about everything as a child that they had you to survive. And you still came out on top. You still came out on top. And the only reason that they're looking at this is because they are on the bottom looking up at you. everything changed. And they know the whole entire backstory because they were there. They were the ones that was producing the diamond because they was creating the intense pressure. And they're looking in awe of how much you've changed. This person is sitting there at home feeling invisible because you don't acknowledge them, you don't talk about them, you don't see them, knowing that they were the driver, the catalyst of the type of person that you have become. Someone that's of great service, someone that dances to the beat of their own drum, and someone that has high expectations for others, that expect, want, or intend to be in their circle. You know a lot more than what you speak about. In fact, confirmation, you don't talk about hardly anything unless someone asks. And then whenever they do ask, you only say what's necessary. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah. Somebody they remember. They remember from whenever you was just a little baby, how they just did not, they didn't love you. This is someone who, even as a baby, they turned their back on you. And they remember all of this. They remember how defensive they were towards you, even when you try to bring it up as an adult and try and talk about it. Hey, let's figure out what's going on. Let's figure out why it is what it is. But they were still too chicken at the time, and they felt like they could never, ever talk about it. So you came to realize that, you know what? This person, this is just one of those things that they're never, ever, ever going to be able to face. You had to decide that you needed to get on your spiritual throne by yourself. And whereas what was entertaining to others before, you had to put that to end. You forgave them. But you decided it was time for you to save yourself and move on. So here we stand, here and now. Look at you. Very conscientious, very kind hearted, very loving, giving. The type of person that they wanted to be, but they're not that type of person. And they're looking at themselves, comparing the two, you and them, and how they were addicted to ruining you. And you were addicted to love. I mean, this person is even thinking about the times that you tried to communicate with them and they just couldn't do it. Couldn't bring themselves. Couldn't bring themselves. They just really acted like they just did not care. You know, it's like they acted like they didn't care. They didn't act like they promised to God that, whenever they brought you into this world, that they would love you. They would treat you right. They would respect you. They would honor God's child. They forgot about that promise. But instead, for whatever reason, this person was such a narcissistic mother that they were only worried about how they looked, their body. They felt like, oh my God, this child ruined my body, ruined my life, ruined this, ruined that. So that is what they attach to you, that you ruin everything. But one thing they couldn't ruin, they could never ruin you being in your North Node. They could never ruin you doing the right thing. They could never ruin you loving on yourself, learning about God, learning about you, learning about what you need to do to be happy with you. And you did it. Now this person, it's almost like by you doing nothing, that's calling all the attention on you because you're not asking for anything. You're not talking about them. You're not bad mouthing them. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. You are just doing nothing, which is calling all the attention on you. Because that person did the absolute most. So now this person is sitting here stuck in their thoughts, realizing, and everyone else is realizing, it's because they was jealous of you. It was because they was jealous of you. Someone needs to expect some communication to come through. Something that's been on its way, and something that's hard for somebody to say. Because it's like it's the truth. They're going to be asking for forgiveness. It's something that they had to put to the side, and because they saw what it was. They saw what it was. And they saw who it was. Yeah. Somebody is now understanding that those games, that tough act, that whatever it was that they were trying to do to you to try and teach you a certain lesson, make it so that you didn't think that you were good enough and that you always had to overgive and do this and do that to prove your love to them. Oh, that person, see, that shit is over now. That shit is done. Ooh. Yeah. Somebody, they somebody used to martyr themselves. They used to martyr themselves But they murdered themselves because they were trying to survive something that they were born in. That's why they martyred themselves. And because this, it was this witch that had them saying, hey, if you want this, you better do. I mean, this witch had control. But now that this person is no longer under the spell of that witch, things are different. Things are different. Someone no longer has to survive. No. It's like they can go and be with kindred spirits. They can leave because it's like they're being guided to kindred spirits. They need to leave so that this person can receive their justice for causing this conflict. Yep. Mm-hmm. Somebody's receiving their justice. Their just due. I'm going to pull a couple of more and then I'm going to close it down for this morning. I'm going to try and come back on here this afternoon or this evening after work. My birthday's coming up. It's this month, y'all. So I'll be off for a few days, and so I'll just record those days all day. But until then, I'm just kind of like getting rid of the rest of this old year wrapped up and getting so excited for my new one that's about to begin. Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Someone else, this person, they're leaving. It's taking them a long time, but you know what? They had to work things out about that. Their little actions, immature actions. They had to work that shit out. They had to heal from all that. But after a while, after a long time, after they finally got it. They finally understood. They finally saw what was holding them back, what was keeping them bound, what was keeping them stuck after a long time. And it's something from childhood. It's a hurt from childhood. Somebody had put some type of curse, spell, manipulation over them. But now that's over. That's done. And life is moving forward for this person. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. That's the song I'm hearing. I really, really got the groove. I hope I was halfway on key. Yeah. Somebody's been blocked. Blocked like a motherfucker. This Queen of Swords was like, no, boo. No. Telling this Queen of Swords told this Queen of Wands, no, boo. You left out in the cold. This all you. This all coming back on you, boo. This all you. Everything that you wanted from me is coming back on you, boo. You could take all that. You could have all that. Everything that you thought that you was taking from me, you could have it. I didn't want it in the first place. Mm-hmm. Somebody ain't so strong now. Now somebody's seeing that they powers is not that strong. Somebody, is this a return to the sender? Is this a return to the sender? Let's look and see what this is. Mm. Mm-mm. Four swords, eight of cups, the fool, 10 of wands, and the 5 of pentacles. Oh my goodness. Yes. Boo. Okay. Like I said, somebody power ain't that powerful no more. Okay. They had to lay that shit down. They had to let that shit go. Because everybody was walking away from them. Everybody walked away from them. Especially when you walked away from them. Because when you walked away from them and your life started over brand new, all that shit went right back on them. And now they fucked up without you. This is their life. This is what they wanted for you. But this is what they are receiving in return. How dare you? How dare you? It's like somebody even gave up on you, like long before you even gave up on them. You was like you had to, I feel like you had to raise yourself. You had to be your own mother. Yes, you had to be your own mother, your own however this is resonating, mother, father, however this is resonating. You had to raise yourself. Like you had to just say to yourself one day, you know what? Even though I'm in the same household with this crazy ass person, I have to act like I am my own mother. Like I have to provide for myself. Because this other person ghosted you a long ass time ago. You know, you could have had a father that was around, but the father didn't help for whatever reason. You know, father could have been off doing whatever he was doing, whatever was going through his mind at the time. Because, you know, everybody is different. Everybody goes through their own shit. Everybody goes through their own shit. But you know what? Something happened, though, is something happened that he got involved. Somebody got involved. Hmm. Somebody came rushing in trying to heal a situation, you know, and then like maybe some type of truth or communication came out about this whole this, you know, this ain't what you think it is. Somebody came in thinking, oh, I can fix this. No, this ain't what you think it is. You can't fix this shit, you know, because there has been some skullduggery. There's been some lies, and there's been some lies that's been going on here, and some shit that people have not been choosing to look at for such a long ass time. What else, Spirit? I gotta get up out of here. I gotta get up out of here. I'm glad I work from home, but still I got the clock on. What else? What else? What else? Okay. Yep. Judgment's being called. Somebody's getting their wish fulfillment. Something is happening, but judgment is being called. Judgment's being called on this whole situation with this relationship with this person. Yeah, that was working, and somebody's ghosting. Somebody's leaving, somebody's ghosting, somebody's doing some investigation. Something, judgment is being called. All right, y'all. I gotta do my straight eight. Hope to see you later tonight. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Love y'all. And subscribe.